Welcome back. Uh, yeah, we're on. Let's go. I'm gonna change. Okay, let me actually put out a ping because I'm gonna actually use my phone to do that and use my phone to check chat as well. Currently streaming. Okay, so essentially what I'm gonna be doing here is I'm gonna be kind of going through. Yo, what's up, Alk? Yo, I'm gonna be going through like everything, every show I've seen, kind of just like literally every show I've seen since December 2022, I think was my very, very first show. I might as well start from the beginning. Let me know if any of these, and if you can hear any audio from any of these ads so I can like ask them. Maybe should like mute this tier list. I'll probably mute this tab so like it doesn't do anything. I think that's good. You can still hear me. What's up, Alk? How you doing, man? Yeah, so I've been going to shows since about December 2022 was my very first show, and I've just kind of like gone on and off. Like I think I've gone at least in the beginning of this year to more shows than like just like I guess density wise in the year. I've gone to a little bit more shows, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing a tier list of every show I've ever seen. Uh, I've tried to keep it diverse, but like I will say this I live in the Detroit area, and Detroit area has a bias towards dubstep. Like it just has a bias towards dubstep, and like I'm just personally how I am. I'm not huge on like all the techno that's going on. Like I think we have a long history with techno. But, like I've tried to keep it as diverse as possible. The shows I go to, and like try and every show I go to be a fresh experience. Yeah. Let's start out with Gareth Emery. Gareth, I remember like, of course, he's a trance artist. If you know him, I remember just being like, I definitely enjoyed the show, but like overall, in terms of like his just the set list and like what he played, I was kind of whelmed. Like Forever and Always live, I remember that live. That was amazing. Forever and Always live, and he played. I think at that time it was an ID, Missing You. That was really good. But most of the set was pretty much tech trance. Like maybe not tech trance. Yeah, I feel like most of the set was tech trance, and it wasn't quite as hard hitting as like another tech trance kind of forward set I'll get to. But yeah, I I felt it was just like okay. He did close with Where Do We Go From Here, which is like probably the highlight of the night. Overall, 8.5 out of 10 set ish, I would say. I'd probably put him in the B tier. Like, I think how I'll scale this is anything that is like absolute, like any 10 out of 10 set is automatically going in S. Any like sort of set that's like a 9 or above, I would say, is like A. B is like for like 8 range. Yeah, I would say Gareth, like solid 8.5 for Gareth. Solid 8.5. I'll put him in B. Like I I just think it could have definitely been improved if he played a lot of his older stuff because that's like where my enjoyment of his discography lies. Like I think his older stuff is just the best stuff he's ever made. Yeah, like Gareth, amazing discography, really cool. I think visuals too. I think what I saw was the Laser City set, so it was a little bit more I don't know, production oriented. It's been a long time, so I don't fully remember everything. But what I can remember is I do remember really enjoying like the production aspect of it. I would say, yeah, honestly, a very good first show. Like it wasn't like the best show I've ever seen, but it definitely like I enjoyed it enough to like say, oh, I kind of like going to raves. I kind of like going to shows. I think it's gonna be a thing. Yeah. Okay. Going into early 2023. This is the next show that I saw was the Way Back Up tour. I honestly like I would put the Gareth Emery openers here, except I literally don't remember their names. I will say if I did remember their names, they're going straight into the F tier. Cause like it was just like the most derivative tech house you can imagine. Just like super, super derivative tech house. Just like I literally remember the audience like was booing. Like we were all collectively booing them and like asking for Gareth. Because like they were playing like a 90-minute set of tech house. Like tech house opening for a trance. Like a trance DJ. I know trance purists are gonna be like, oh, Gareth Emery isn't really trance. Like, please shut up. Like I know like you guys were right about Factor B Glaze. Like that's cool. In this instance, the trance purists can be quiet. But yeah, overall a good first show, even if I didn't love the openers. I kind of was there for Gareth. Yeah. Uh let's move on to the Trifecta show, which was the Way Back Up tour, which was early 2023, I think February. Yeah, if I can remember. I feel like it was February. Yeah, it just lines up with what I remember. But yeah, Sanyar. Sanyar's set I remember being mostly dubstep. I honestly still to this day haven't really listened to much of his stuff. But I remember it being like mostly like kind of dubstep in that kind of Enzo, Liquid Stranger, Wakan type beat kind of stuff. Like I don't know. I just remember a lot of stuff that just sounded very Wakan to me, like very Ravenscoon esque. I don't know. I really like honestly. I don't remember most of the stuff he played, but I did. He did play Virtual Riot's Red Line, which is amazing. Honestly, the fact that like the most I remember about his set is that he played someone else's track. I probably put him in C. I probably put him in C. Like he was like an opener that was just kind of like I feel like the thing that an opener does, like kind of buy time until the main act. I feel like I feel like the Trifecta show is one of those shows where it's like it's very like expected. Like the main act was just like by far like the best part, and I think Trifecta set here was amazing. Like I absolutely love. I'm a huge, immense fan of Trifecta. Like I would say he's probably been in my top 10 artists for about 5-ish years now. Probably top three by maybe not top three, top five by now. Top five by now. I never have an exact list of like my absolute favorite artists, but like Trifecta is always in like the top 5-ish. Like he just does like the musical side of melodic bass so well, and then like you have the like some really cool like glitch hop influences and like hard hitting dubstep. Like come on, man! Like his discography is so good. Like I maybe have like 4 or 5 tracks from him in his entire discography that I've never added. Like overall, fantastic set. I remember, I remember him playing the Alive remix. I definitely remember that. I think Honestly, one of the highlights that I didn't expect from this set was Open Road. Like Open, I don't know why Open Road is so good live, but Open Road is so good live. Like again, this is the Way Back Up tour, which is his first album, so he mostly played stuff from that. Also, Castle Walls live, dude. Oh my god, Castle Walls live is so good. Like it wasn't a straight up 10 out of 10 set. Like I didn't cry or anything, but like it was like it was a really really good set. Like I I wish I do wish he had played like some of his like slightly older remixes, like I don't know, Fractures remix. That would have been really cool to hear. I will get to that because like there's another Trivecta set down in this tier list. But I think for the first time seeing Trivecta, definitely really really good. Definitely really, really good. I also remember like my friends called me in the middle of the set to tell me something. Dude, it's crazy. I had to like try to communicate with them while like in the middle of the crowd. But yeah, Trivecta was awesome. I forget what he closed with. I know he played Sail Away at least like maybe twice. I know he played Sail Away. I know he played Empty Oceans. I'm completely blanking on what he closed with. I genuinely have forgotten to this day what he closed with. Okay. On to more like DJ experiences, like less experiences where like kind of I already knew the artist, and like more of things where I just like ended up bumping into a set. I think at this point in time in early 2023, I did not really know Must Die. Like he was just not an artist I really listened to, and I think that's why kind of I was so surprised by his set. I think Must Die is going to be the first S. Must Die is going to be the first S. Must Die is like his approach to variety in his sets, from like everything to hard style to bro step, hard techno, some like speed house, some bass house, like even like I think at times like up tempo hardcore. I don't remember him playing like specifically up tempo hardcore in this set specifically, but like he is known to drop that stuff like insane, insane, like just insane. Like I was going crazy. Like that set woke me up. Like I genuinely did not expect that. Like when he hopped on stage. Another thing that I love about Must Die, and like I really have to give him credit for, is his visuals. Maybe the first time that I realized like visuals could actually add something to music, like visual art, because like his visuals are sick. It's like kind of almost like sci-fi, cyberpunk edge runners, Attack on Titan inspired like anime visual. It's really cool. Like I know like there's some styles of like anime art that are like really like trying to be cute, and like this style of anime art was definitely more on like the edgier sci-fi side, I would say. Like the colors, like the use of like yeah, yeah. I just remember like especially the Crisis Vision themed visuals like went really really hard. I'm like I think that's gonna be common theme on like the next time I saw Must Die. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention is that all of these shows are in the Detroit area. I've never really been to a festival. I've never really been to a. I've never even been to a Movement, which is like the Detroit festival. Like all of these shows are like hometown shows, and like they're all individual. Most of them are individual. Like if someone was support, I'll put someone as support. But like yeah. Must Die, insane. Especially considering he wasn't the main act. It was actually a co-headline between Zomboy and Virtual Riot. I unfortunately did not get to see Zomboy. I know, very sad. Like, feel free to leave a dislike on this because I said I was not able to see Zomboy. I believe I just literally got, I literally got insanely tired, and I just after I Virtual Riot, and I just decided to go home. Like again at this time I did not know Zomboy. Like I literally went to that show because at that time I really loved Virtual Riot, and I wanted to see Virtual Riot. I, I I I I did not know my Must Die or my Zomboy ball at that time, and for that I apologize. If I had known what Zomboy was capable of, I would have stayed. I definitely would have stayed. But like now I know, and I'm like I'm kicking myself for it. Like dude, I my music taste was much narrower. At least my taste in EDM was much narrower 3 years ago. Yeah, Must Die, absolutely insane. Like a 9.5 out of 10 set. Like, actually, maybe because did I just say that tens are gonna be S? If I just said that tens are gonna be S, I think I'm gonna put Must Die here above Trivecta. Do I move Trivecta? Honestly, I feel like it's weird that I can't remember that much about like the very first time I saw Trivecta. Like I feel like I should be remember more. I'm gonna move Trivecta. I don't know. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna move that first Trivecta set down actually, like 8.5. I think that it's just I think that's just strange that I don't remember as much as I feel like I should. Like I feel like I should be remembering more. Weird, but yeah, I'd probably put Must Die A tier ish. Probably he's probably gonna stay high A. I think Trivecta is probably also gonna stay high B. Um, yeah, yeah. I remember that I enjoyed Trivecta more than Garrett Emery. Okay, Virtual Riot. The very first time I saw Virtual Riot. Virtual Riot. The very first time I saw Virtual Riot, I was honestly kind of disappointed. I was honestly kind of. I remember walking out, and I remember walking out. Maybe it was just like the. I think a lot of surrounding stuff. Like I think I at that time I'd lost my phone or something, and I was just like very stressed out. So maybe that played a factor in it. But yeah. Virtual Riot was really good. Like probably the best. It was still really good. Probably the best of like probably in extremely high B tier, like almost a 9 out of 10, I would say. Like I remember the highlight of it was he played like a transition of the Blame Myself remix into Zena by Skrillex. That went off, dude. I was really disappointed. I think the main thing was that at that time I really wanted him to play his older melodic stuff. Like I think both Gareth Emery and Virtual Riot, I wanted them to play their older stuff, and they did not play their older stuff. They played mostly their newer stuff. So I was like, why didn't he play the melodic? Why didn't he play melodic dubstep? And he's just not a melodic dubstep producer really anymore. Like I think like maybe Best of Me right now is like the closest you're gonna get to melodic dubstep from Virtual Riot. Yeah. Overall, really good set. Probably not like insanely amazing, but yeah, like definitely some really sick moments in there. I remember he dropped like a bunch of IDs from Skrillex, and he said like, "Oh, this is never coming out." And I think like we were all like collectively disappointed in the crowd. Like we were just like, "Why is he putting out the IDs with Skrillex?" And like to this day, there's still multiple IDs with Skrillex he hasn't released. It's been 3 years, even after Fuse. Some of those IDs never come out. Okay, moving on to a different show. Uh, yeah, Must Die and Virtual Riot were the same show. That was in like April. I want to say it was either April or May. It could have been May. I'm not sure. But yeah, we have um we have the Midas show I saw in 2022. Gotta be one of my favorite shows I've been to. Gotta be one of my favorites I've been to. I distinctly remember AU5. He played Remember. Remember was really good live. I remember going to remember Seven Lions Crystals guys. I remember going to into the venue, and I was thinking, I'm probably gonna prefer AU5 to Midas because AU5 is opening for Midas. That did not end up being the case at all. So I'm gonna put AU5 in. I think also solidly in B. I thought it had a more interesting flavor. Yeah, probably a more interesting flavor than Trivecta. I think he oh yeah, he did play an ID feature without you. he did play an ID at that time, which was Future Without You, which would come out on his album that year. So that, yeah, Future Without You goes so hard. Oh my god, I can't believe that was 3 years ago. What the hell? I don't know why. Future Without You still feels like very fresh. It's still very fresh in my memory. Like hearing Future Without You for the first time, like that was so good, bro. Oh my god. Yeah. Cause there's no future without you. Oh my god. Honestly, it might be the best set of B tier, dude. Might be the best set of B tier. Might be the best set of B tier. I I think I'm gonna move that into the best set of B tier. Yeah. No future without you was just insane. But yeah, we have Midas. I genuinely walked into the venue. I was like, oh, I'm gonna prefer EU5 to Midas. No, Midas is gonna be the very, very first definitive S. Like, I think what was so insanely just flooring to me about the set, like I cried multiple times. What was so insanely flooring to me about the set, just from a technical perspective, he played mostly his own stuff, and yet somehow he managed to keep it like super, super, super surprising. Pretty much every song. Like I remember there was like a, was it an only now into Stop Thinking remix? I think he come back. I think he transitioned between like the Stop Thinking remix and Only Now. I'm almost certain. I remember he played the Only Now remix. That one, ah, dude. Stop Thinking remix was so good live. Um, oh yeah. Take You Home with Jason Ross, dude. Beautiful, beautiful. Like I remember I didn't even really love Take You Home that much until the show. Now it's such a good song, dude. Like 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 I think before I walked into the show, I was like, Take You Home's like a 7.5, and I walked out of the show with it being like a 9.5, 9.65. It just completely changed my opinion of Take You Home. What else did he play? I think he did By My Side as an encore. I feel like that was the weakest part of the set. He did play like the Sarah. I honestly to this day I forget the name of the Sarah DeWarren collab, but I remember that he played that. I remember that he played that. He played this the Sarah DeWarren collab. Um, yeah, Midas was insane. Like, oh yeah, he played Homesick too. He played Wait, dude. Genuinely, just mental set. Just like as far as like a pure melodic bass experience goes, like I feel like a Midas hometown show is like pretty much the way to go. Like especially now that he's done with the Unity tour, he's not going to be dropping any like random bro step anymore. Like I really want to see Midas again. Like I'm definitely going to go see Midas again. Like that set, mental, dude, mental, absolutely one for the books. Okay, moving on to my next show. About 2 months later, in July 2023, I saw Elenium on his the tour for his self-titled album. Um, Set the Sky opened for Elenium, and Set the Sky was okay. You know, it was fine. I think Over Getting Over You and Emotion Sickness were really good live, but like I couldn't really tell you anything other than that. Like it definitely improved Emotion Sickness for me, though. I will say, like, Emotion Sickness is a good song now. Probably one of my favorites off of Sentiment. But I don't remember him playing anything like incredible or like that made me. I feel any sort of like deep, 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 deep emotion. Illenium, let's go. Illenium, gonna plop him in A tier. Illenium, absolutely great set. I know people like will have their opinions on Illenium in 2026 because like he's definitely changed his sound a lot. He definitely never been a deeply respected artist like to begin with. So it's like his reputation just kind of gone down and down and down and down. You know, I feel like people used to respect him in like the Ashes era, and like that was 10 years ago now. Like, dude, like what? Yeah, Millennium, amazing set, dude. Like his intro and his finale go hard, bro. They go hard, bro. Like really, really cool, like live era for him. Yes, chill stream. Really, really good. Yo, what's up, Saitama? Really, really good, like Yeah, live era for him. He did play some like interesting like feel something. I remember coming into the set kind of knowing a little bit of what it would be like because of Trilogy that year. He did one of his Trilogy shows in like April 2023. Like I think right before going on tour. And I remember watching the live stream of that. Yeah, dude, the Millennium Show was great. Maybe not like a 10 out of 10, but like very very close. I would say like probably gonna hold the highest point in A. Yeah, like I absolutely cried when he played "Love Me a Little" and the finale. That was insane. He did play like a lot of I think maybe remixes because I remember a lot of the drops sounded different, or maybe that was just because the venue was not perfect, not amazing. Like honestly, like I saw him at Masonic Temple in Detroit, which isn't the best venue for sound quality. Like I think like Electricity. I saw Electricity. I saw the Midas show, the Trifecta show, and the Gareth Emery show were all Electricity, and that's a venue with much much better sound quality. So I didn't see many shows for a while. I think I was literally broke for like a really really long time until about March 2024. And that is when I saw William Black. William Black had a very interesting lineup. There's a color based opener I genuinely forgot the name of. There's there was Alley Cat and there was Affinity. We'll start with Affinity. Affinity, dude. Affinity's cracked. Like he's a cracked producer. I will say he played a lot of stuff that was not his own stuff. I'd probably put him. I'd probably put him below. Do I put him above Trivecta? Maybe it's because like I remember it more. I honestly feel like he was more memorable than Trivecta. Honestly, I might put Trivecta at the bottom here because like I feel like Trivecta. I feel like Trivecta is just the least memorable of these. Like I definitely remember enjoying it a lot, but it's like I don't remember as much of the individual songs he played besides Open Road and a live remix at this point in time. Yeah. Yeah, Affinity. I want to talk about Affinity. Affinity is yeah, he's great. I remember he played the Yetep collab. I want to say it's called Never Go Back. It's been a while since I've listened to it, but dude, that's a banger. That's a banger, dude. That's a banger. He played some stuff from Lunar One. I don't think he had released Lunar One. This was like a month before Lunar One's release, so he hadn't fully released it yet. So I don't think he played like a huge amount of stuff from Lunar One, but he did play some bangers. Yo, what's up? Welcome, Deej. Yeah, I sorry, I I had said this in like announcements. I did this in announcements, but I forgot to make like a link for it, so I just kind of like made it on the spot. But yeah, Affinity was very good, like not like outstanding, but like very very good set. Yeah, I think Never Go Back. I don't know why Never Go Back goes so hard live, but that song just really went off live. Is there anything else? Oh, I can say about Affinity. Oh yeah, he did play Batters. That was really surprising that he played Batters. Like I don't know why. I remember not expecting him to play Batters. Alley Cat. Alley Cat. Alley Cat was solid. I like honestly. I think this is like early Alley Cat. She was kind of just starting out, probably 2 years, like 2 years ago now. I'd probably put her like either high C or bottom of B, dude. I I felt the set was just drops. Like it wasn't like a huge amount of like variety. Like I felt it was just Britam, and maybe I'd come to that show just like expecting more melodic stuff. Like it was a fine set. Like I think I was literally talking to Affinity during her set, so like, maybe wasn't paying attention to like completely all of it. Yeah, dude, Midas is insane. Midas is insane. Yeah, Midas probably the best like purely melodic bass set you're gonna find. I just in my personal memory. Yeah, Alley Cat. I just remember her set just being a wall of rhythm. Like it was fine. Like there's people who love that. Like it definitely felt like at least at that time a cash grab opener. I think her catalog has improved a lot since then. Like she's definitely like expanded herself as a producer, expanded herself I think she was originally a vocalist. So yeah, she definitely has a much better catalog now than she did 2 years ago. But yeah, that was Alley Cat. Let's go to William Black, the headliner of that show. And William Black blew me away, dude. Like I went into William Black expecting in maybe at most an 8.5 out of 10 set. Like this man was dropping like D&B into his set. That's like some of the most cracked D&B I've ever heard. That's maybe not Noisia, maybe not Noisia level D&B, but like kind of close, honestly. And somehow manages to fit. He manages to fit both lie and yeah, yeah. He put. I remember lie going insane in his set. He dropped like the crank that flip of a Tokyo Drift. Oh my god. Oh, like oh my god, dude. That flip is oh, disgusting. I'm almost I think he also dropped the Auro Grime Core Revolpi edit. Dude, it's insane, bro. Insane. What's something else that he played? I'm trying to remember. He played the Elenium collab. Um, yeah, yeah. Like this was the Nature of Hope tour. It was definitely trap oriented. I'm gonna put it B. I think B behind maybe. I think behind a behind Affinity behind these three. I think is good for Control Freak. Control Freak, yeah, he dropped some like trap. Like it was a very good trap set. Like I saw him do support for Space Laces. That was this is the set I'm talking about. He did pour water on me. I think I referenced that in past videos that he threw water at me. He probably didn't know that I have hearing aids and I that could get like damaged or something. Like like he did comment on one of my videos. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, Control Freak threw down, dude. He threw down, absolutely threw down. A solid B. I would honestly say the same for Space Racers. I don't know. I was expecting like an S tier set from Space Racers. Like I was a little bit disappointed, maybe a tiny bit. He did play some good stuff, but like it wasn't anything mind blowing. Like oh yeah, he did drop the G Jones collab. It's crazy that he had that in his set so long ago, and like he only just dropped it like last December. But like I had literally been seeing that in sets in like mid 2024, and like that's just now come out like 3 months ago. That's crazy, dude. And like actually, technically, it hasn't really even been fully released. It's just like it's just the it's just the voltage version. Like you don't actually have the full version of it. But yeah, he dropped a G Jones collab. That was crazy. Um, what else did he play? Oh yeah, he played like some remix of like Right In by Skrillex. I didn't expect that. That was pretty cool. I can't like for as good of a producer as he is and how much glaze he receives. I wasn't I was not creaming after his set, bro. Like I was not like you know I was not insanely enthused as I thought I would be. Pretty solid beat here. Okay, we got Cello, dude. Cello, bro. This man, like honestly, like both of the Crank That openers. I I took a I I don't think I had money for a couple months, and then I saw Crank That in this September. I saw Crank That in Porter, and like pretty much the same. I think I saw Porter the week after Crank That. Um, Cello's set surprised me, dude. I'm not gonna lie. He's probably A. He's probably A. Well, one of the better dubstep sets I've seen. Like he mixed in like some like very kind of surprising songs that like you wouldn't think would fit in a dubstep set. But maybe like now that I've like listened to like I've heard more dubstep live, it's a little bit. I realize now how more common it is. At the same time as the Ultra Stream, yeah. I'm yeah. I mean, you can pretty much watch this at. You can pretty much watch this and the Ultra Stream at the same time. Like, what when is I know that Swedish House Mafia back to back Prides is tomorrow, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Cello, dude, he played like Outside by Calvin Harris. He played like something Katy Perry. I forget which Katy Perry song he played. I know he played Katy Perry. I'm 100% certain he played Katy Perry. This guy went off, dude. Like he actually had like a little bit of a softer sound to him, like a little bit of trap. I came in late for Brunch Beats, but Brunch Beats I'd probably put in a similar tier. I was really enjoying it, dude. Today's lineup is trash. Damn, dude. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably put Cello and Brunch Beats on a similar wavelength. Just really, really good dubstep sets, and I think just general really good support for Crank Dat. Like Crank Dat has a vibe where he mixes in like a lot of nostalgic, just like 2010 songs with like heavy dubstep in a way that feels actually, I don't know, in a way that actually respects those 2010s classics. You know, who here would I recommend seeing the most live? We will get to that. We will get to that. We will get to that. But yeah, Cello and Brunch Beats cracked, bro. Like absolutely, if you see them on a lineup, it's probably gonna be it's probably gonna be a good time. Like definitely Brunch Beats, especially considering Brunch Beats is more rhythm. Like this guy actually definitely put work into his DJ set. Like definitely put like more, I would say more effort. Like to like actually fit the theme of Crank That, I would say. Like again, like more nostalgic thingers. I think he put in like Promises by Nero. That was really cool. Like on the tier list. I mean honestly, like I would say like this is like this tier list is generally like who would I recommend the most to see. But yeah, we got Crank That himself. Crank That himself. That's gonna be yes. Like I cried to Ding Dong. I cried to what else? Blow the Whistle. Blow the Whistle and Ding Dong just had my jaw on like the floor, like physically, live. Probably the best. I think still to this day, the best dubstep set I have ever seen. Um, yeah, Crank That is unreal. He has a remix of Levels that is like maybe on the level, like literally on the level. Pun very much intended. On the level of the Skrillex remix, like maybe I would say even more faithful than the Skrillex remix. Probably the most faithful remix of Avicii's Levels I have ever heard. Like he's unstoppable. Like his remixes are so much fun live. Everything from like on like stupid songs like Unholy, like he made bangers. Um really like very cheesy songs like I don't know, Turn Down for What. He played remixes of that just went dummy hard. Lil Nas X Industry Baby remix. Dude, like he actually designed like not just this set, but like all of these like flips and all of these ideas that go into this set. I just had to like marvel after the set at like the amount of work that went into not just like into making all of this and all of these songs and like all of these like stories and narratives his own. And I think that massively translates to a live set. Like if you like 2010s music at all, like go see Crank That. Maybe yeah, like I would say like there's not a single dubstep DJ I would recommend you go see more than Crank That. Like like Crank That is very much like the epitome of a crowd pleaser, but in a good way, not in a way that like where he just like sells out like his own style, but like where he like takes his style and applies it to like a general culture that is like already that you already really really enjoy. Okay, Eric Doa. Eric Doa, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, Eric Doa. Besides like 1,000 miles, yeah, bro. I mean, that would probably be yes. Eric Doa opened for Porter, bro. Like, bro might be the first D tier. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe, yeah. Like I genuinely do not remember anything. I genuinely do not remember anything. I genuinely do not remember finding anything that he played particularly like interesting besides 1,000 miles by Vanessa Carlton. Like 1,000 miles by Vanessa Carlton was the peak of his set, and that's not even EDM. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you've lost me. I'm sorry. Like, much love to you. You seem like an awesome person, awesome dude. But like, yeah, like I, I was like, I was just kind of like, what? Like, I was just kind of standing there, bro. I was not moving. I was just standing there, bro. Like, I was like, okay, all right. I guess I'll just let the hyper pop opener do his thing. Okay. Yeah. Porter Robinson's show is headlined by Porter Robinson. Porter Robinson is going at the top of S. Not because he's Porter Robinson. Well, honestly, kind of because he is Porter Robinson. Like, just like, there's a reason why he is still in my top 10 artists to this day, even with a catalog that I think is like multiple times smaller than some of my other favorites. Like, just the level of quality of his music is like, yeah. Just, I could name moments and just like, I wouldn't even capture, like, I could talk about this set for hours and I probably would not capture how glorious it was. Like, honestly, it was more than a DJ set. In a way, it almost feels unfair to compare Porter to like these three because like they did not pull out like a full production of like a live band and everything. Like they didn't really do that. Like theirs was much more of like a classic DJ set, and like Porter Porter pulled out all the stops, man. Like it was a 2 hour set. Also, the fact that it's 2 hours versus these three have like 75 minutes to 90 minutes. Porter's was 2 hours. He played Worlds, he played Nurture, he played Smile. He played. I think he closed with Shelter and Cheerleader. Like yeah. Even the song that I didn't like from Porter went crazy live, dude. Like he played like a goodbye to a like Language X Goodbye to a World mashup. Like we're done. There's nothing that could possibly touch Porter Robinson. Like he is staying. This is the best set I've ever seen in my life. He is staying at the top of this tier list. Like for the rest of this tier list. Like I'm just telling you right now. Like we already have our winner, but we do have some more to go through. Okay. Um. Yetep. Yetep. Dude. Like I'm not gonna lie. This night, for some reason, the sound engineers did not cook. Like they screwed up big time for this Jason Ross show. Dude, the sound in this Jason Ross show was not good at all, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. Do I think I would have enjoyed a Nurture show more or less? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I mean, considering that Nurture is my second favorite album of all time, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes. I'm probably gonna say yes. Like, oh, actually, that would be like 100% yes. I just remembered that he has a bunch of like live edits for Nurture of like other previous stuff that he did, and like I've listened to some of those live edits. They go, bro. I It is so aggravating to me that Porter does not release maybe like 60% of everything that he's made for live show. Like honestly, I would go as far to say 100% of what he makes for live shows he has never released. That is, you don't understand the level of crime that is against humanity. That stuff like, I don't know, See a Voices Nurture edit is never coming out. That's something like Fresh Static Snow World's Live edit is never coming out. Like I cannot even begin to describe to you how good some of these edits are. Like, yeah, I like. I think that I'm thinking about it, I would have 100,000% enjoyed a Nurture Live. Just simply based on the fact that like there's so many like unique remixes that he made for the Nurture era that like I, it's like why doesn't he do live albums or something? Like, dude, Porter, he's such a good artist. Like I feel like he just stumps his potential by just not releasing enough, dude. Like I'll be honest. Like if Porter released more, he would be I would glaze him more. Like he would be higher on this list if like he released more. Okay, we got Yetep. Um, dude, I seriously cannot tell you a single thing about Yetep's set other than he played Not Even Love. For that reason, I'm putting him in D. I'm putting him in D. Like I remember he played Not Even Love. I genuinely do not remember anything else he played. Like he played Not Even Love. That's it, bro. Like wrap it up. Jason Ross. Honestly, like even though again I said the sound engineers really screwed up on this show. Honestly, it was a good set though. It was a good set. Like I'd probably put it in low A. He did play Don't Leave, which was really cool. He played like a lot of trance. Like honestly, I think if the sound engineers had not screwed up, I would probably put him in low A. I'd probably put him in low A. He was Jason Ross. Jason Ross, he had a really good set list. It's just like the sound engineers did him dirty by like making everything sound like it's a wet fart. Swedish House Mafia. Speaking of Ultra, we got Swedish House Mafia. I did not see like a show for like 10 months or something. Swedish House Mafia was really good. Like honestly, like if I could recommend like a first show, maybe not. It's not very affordable. Like I paid $170 for it. But if I could recommend a first show, I'd probably recommend Swedish House Mafia. Um, Overall, I feel like their set had way too much tech house. Like it definitely was a little bit more tech house, a little bit more modern oriented. But some of the stuff they did play live was really cool. Like Antidote, bro. If they had played more electro house, I would put the set in S, Greg. If it was a more electro house oriented set, this would have gotten an S. Like definitely a little bit confuddled by that they played a lot of tech house. The best song they didn't play, Noctua ISO. Ooh, I'd probably say ISO. I just generally prefer ISO. Um, Coming back to Swedish House Mafia, I would say, yeah, Antidote was cracked live. I love Antidote live. Antidote's so good live. They played like in my mind Reload edit, like mashup. That was so sick. Um, I think the best song they played that wasn't anyway that wasn't theirs was probably Inner Bloom by Rufus the Soul. That was pretty unexpected that they dropped out, but like that was really cool. It's such a weird set because like it was barely advertised and it was for like a golf event that they played this, and like they literally played like a 75-minute set for like a golf, like literally a golf event. Like there were no openers. It was just Swedish House Mafia. So yeah, I'd probably place them solidly in B. Probably place them solidly in B. I think they were definitely better than Affinity. Honestly, better than Virtual. Honestly, considering they played like at this point like multiple tens, I would say would I put them above? I think my opinion of yeah, I think top of B is good because like AU5 didn't play as much melodic as I wanted. It was more of like a slightly more of a wubby set. Yeah, Swedish House Mafia played like a lot of just like a lot of like their best songs. It's just like the rest of their set that wasn't their best songs was like eh. Eves two more. Oh my god. Trivecta. Second time I'm seeing Trivecta. Trivecta's set definitely improved. Second time around seeing him, he played like a Wake Me Up and Empty Oceans mashup, which is sick, dude. Love the Wake Me Up and Empty Oceans mashup. That was amazing. You wouldn't put modern SMH sets in S2. I would say I'm I mean I'm ranking based on I'm ranking based on the set that I saw. That's that's the thing. I'm like I'm ranking based on my pretty much my own personal experience seeing these artists. Like I mean I would love to have been around in 2012, 2013, 2014. Yeah, like like this entire tier list is mostly my personal experience. But yeah, I can definitely understand like why like if this is an absolute tier list like ranking every set they've done, like they would definitely be a lot higher. Like bro, that like 2013 set that you showed me was way like that's probably an S tier set. Like that's categorically like better than like pretty much anything. Like way categorically better than like most sets I've seen. Yeah, solid. Trivecta second time around was amazing. Trivecta second time around was amazing. Yeah, he played like Wake Me Up into Empty Oceans. I will say he did close with like a really stupid mashup that I did not like. Like, well, maybe not close, but he did play a stupid mashup that I didn't really like, which is Ocean, my favorite song by him, with Stay by the Kid Laroi. And I'm like, dude, that song came out in 2022. Why are you still playing this? It's almost 2026. Like I saw him in actually, yeah, I saw him in November of last year. Like, why are you still playing this? It is almost 2026. That song is 2022. What are we doing and why are you mashing up with Ocean? Your best song. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I cannot condone that. For that reason, I'm putting him below Millennium and Must Die. Like, I cannot excuse that. Literally 2021. It is almost 5 years since that song came out, and you're still dropping it in sets. Like, I'm sorry, no one wants to hear that. Like, it was trendy in like 2022, 2023. It is not trendy anymore. Please get that out. Like, I do not want that in my set, bro. Like, please. I genuinely do not understand why he's playing some random like Justin Bieber pop rap song. Like, dude, like, no. Otherwise, other than that, it was a great set. Other than that, it was a great set. The dubstep in his set went off, dude. The dubstep in his set goes crazy. The dubstep in his set is crack, bro. Yeah, I don't think there were any major openers for this set. I think it was just like pretty much locals. I remember I came there pretty late because I don't know, I was doing something else. Yeah, I remember coming there. I remember coming there pretty late. So I didn't get to see the opener. I didn't get to see much of the opener. I don't remember who the opener was that I did get to see a little bit of them. Dude. Okay. We got the mega dubstep set, the mega dubstep show that I saw last December, which was Eptic's Hell on Earth. Massive lineup. Massive lineup. We got Gunpoint. Gunpoint is a pretty easy C. Like Gunpoint, it's enjoyable. Like if you like rhythm, go ahead and go see Gunpoint. If you don't like rhythm, there's no reason to see this. Like, it like the most I can say about this is it's rhythm. Like You take it or you leave it. You know. Okay, so this is the first time I think that in opener completely, and I mean completely, mocks what Space Lace is doing in B tier. So this is everything that I've seen live. I would say I like honestly. I just wasn't hugely impressed by like I came in expecting like a 10 out of 10 set from Spaces. I just wasn't hugely impressed by his set. Like he did play the G Jones collab. I think back then it was an ID. Now it's like yeah yeah that was really cool. But like this is based on my own personal experience seeing these artists. Like Nimda, this guy is the first time that an opener completely destroys the main act. Second bestish dubstep set I've ever seen. I, I like you will never get dubstep that's more aggressive than this. That is aggressive but tastefully aggressive, and is not just does not devolve into dubstep and minatory or what have you. Like yeah, this is like and everything that I've seen in the Detroit area, because like I'm in the Detroit area. I'm just like this is like pretty much everything I've seen. Just going to shows. I've never been to a festival, but I have been to like some lineups that are like honestly, I would say like more bang for your buck than a lot of festivals. Yeah, Nimda, absolutely 10 out of 10 set. Like it's definitely not. It's the definition of not for everyone music. Like, but he was way heavier than Space Laces or Virtual Riot or Must Die. Oh, just pure just aggression for just like 75 minutes. He played the sorcery ID. I need to see Master Hand, dude. Like if Master Hand comes to my city, I'm 100% going. Cause like I don't know why Master Hand hasn't released anything. Like you would think like they announced this project in like 2023 and they still haven't released anything. And it's like I'm especially a big fan of I'm especially a big fan of Spaceless and Eptic. But yeah, sudden death I don't know quite as well. Like I know that he's definitely more in that like on the border of like rhythm and tear out. Yeah, Nimda currently is my favorite tear out producer. So like, and he is probably like one of my favorite dubstep DJs. Like very much the opposite approach. Very much the opposite approach to a dubstep set than Crank Dat. Like Crank Dat tries to make it melodic, tries to make it a little bit nostalgic, tries to give you a break from like just like head pounding, neck breaking, bone smashing, muscle tearing kind of just like rage fuel. Nimda, he dives right into that. And there's just something about his production, his snares, his sustains that just levitated me, man. Like I can't even describe it. Just levitated me. Absolutely levitated me. Like if you're into heavy dubstep at all, if you think you're into heavy dubstep, go see Nimda. He is insanely underrated. Like in the grand scheme of dubstep right now, he is insanely underrated. Like I cannot stress to you how much he's insanely underrated. Like I think Nimda what is that artist that like made me realize, you know what? Maybe the smaller tear out artists, maybe the smaller rhythm artists are kind of better. They're kind of better. Like, and I think that's true. Viper Active, another opener for Eptic. Viper Active, probably B. I was low key eating a quesadilla. Not above Swedish House Mafia or 85 or Virtual Riot. Probably Affinity and Viper Active pretty similar, I would say. Yeah, pretty solid set. I was low key eating a quesadilla for part of his set because like I was just hungry. Nimda going that hard to Nimda made me hungry, so I was like I had to go get a quesadilla. I was like, I literally just went to the quesadilla stand, but he was dropping some interesting stuff. He dropped a little bit of bro step. He's mostly a trap artist, but like I wasn't blown away by it, but I definitely found that his set had like a unique sort of groove. Like I do feel like it's sad that he came after Nimda because like Nimda goes so massively feral that like you're coming after like literally one of the best sets ever. Like like you're just not gonna like make me like really make a great first impression. Okay, Space Ice is on this tier list twice for this exact reason, and he opened up for Eptic earlier. Dude, way better set. Way better set. Way better set. I don't know if he's quite. I don't know if he was quite as good as the Must Die set. Like as the Must Die set I saw in 2023. But like, dude, way better set. Like categorically. Maybe just like this was a different venue than the first time I saw Space Laces. Yeah, yeah. So like some of these artists I've seen twice, so that's why I have like December 2025 versus May 2024 because like I yeah I didn't see Space Laces again until December of last year. Um yeah, Space Laces second time around insane, like insane, like I was still a little bit tired, but like I was enjoying it so much, dude. I was enjoying it so much. Yeah, I think he brought Eptic out on stage to play Worm Time. That was really cool. That was really cool. Bringing Eptic out on stage to play Worm Time was pretty cool. The visuals too. I honestly don't remember. I honestly barely remember the visuals from the May 2024 set, but the visuals from the set this December were sick, dude. Like it wasn't necessarily like a Voltage kind of live set. But like I live in the Detroit area. Voltage. I think Voltage sets really only happen in like Colorado or something. I don't know. But yeah. Considering it wasn't a headliner, like really good set. Probably the second best set after Nimda. Yeah, easy 9.5 out of 10. I would say like any set that's in this tier is like pretty much a 10. Any set that's like in like a 9 or above, but not quite a 10, I'd probably put in this tier. You need to go see Barely Alive live. I'm seeing him tomorrow. I'm seeing him tomorrow. I am so excited to see Barely Alive. I'm seeing him tomorrow. Eptic. Eptic himself was really cool. Like very good set. Maybe toward the end I was again a little bit tired, but honestly I might move Swedish House Mafia to A. You know what? You know what? If I'm putting Nimda in A, uh, hmm. Dude, I'm conflicted because like honestly, maybe B, because like maybe what I enjoyed so much about Eptic Set was the visuals. Like the visuals in Eptic Set was really cool. Um, the music was good. It didn't go quite as hard as Nimdor or Space Laces, but it was definitely good. Like I don't know as much of Eptic's catalog as I do Nimdor or Space Laces, so maybe that's part of it. Uh, he opened up a pit for like Wall of Death. That was crazy. That was interesting. Wall of Death with Marauda. Yeah, Space like Eptic probably one of the best productions on a show I've ever seen, but not like an absolutely out of your mind set. And maybe like that's kind of like what I'm struggling on because like in some of these I remember like the production value that went into the show. Like I was really paying attention to that, and in some of these I wasn't. So like that's why I'm trying my best to be impartial. Like Logan, if you're still here, I like some of these sets, like I genuinely don't remember the visuals at all. Like I do not remember the visuals for Yetep. I do not remember the visuals for I kind of do remember the visuals for Control Freak. I don't remember the visuals for AU5 really at all. Like I wasn't really paying attention. Um yeah, Eptic. Yeah, I think Eptic can go right behind Swedish House Mafia. I think Swedish House Mafia is highest in B. Nina Jirachi. I saw her last month, dude. Nina Jirachi. She's probably like low A, I would say. Dude, like definitely like this feels like a weird way to describe it, but like her set was it felt like less of a DJ set and more just like a showcase of her signature sound, her overall style, which is fine. Like definitely like she's a newer artist to, like the scene. Like she kind of just blew up with her album last year. So like her set isn't quite wasn't quite as diverse as I wish it was, but like definitely if you really love electro house, go see her. Like you're probably gonna like this. You're probably gonna enjoy this. Like definitely kind of has electro house with a hyper popish sort of flavor. Um, yeah, like F my computer live was really fun. That that was really cool. Like everyone was screaming the lyrics to that. The crowd was really good too. Yeah, I think like she didn't necessarily close with like the song I wanted her to close with, which was Info Hazard. I really wanted her to close with Info Hazard, and she actually ended up closing with like Sing Good. Very interesting. Like I didn't expect Sing Good, but I guess I actually in my reaction to the album, I had called it like the most personal song on that album. So maybe it's actually not that surprising that she closed with Sing Good. But yeah, um, Nina, very good set. Like I definitely think like in 3 years time, her set is gonna be probably S. Like she just has such a unique vibe going for her that like yeah. Okay, we got Virtual Riot. Uh, honestly, might be the new best dubstep set I've ever seen. Might be the new best. Though I think it is kind of disingenuous to crank that because like um I would say most of the reason that I enjoyed this was because of like the melodic stuff he put into it, like "We're Not Alone," "Voltage See You Again." What else did he play? Oh yeah, "Best of Me Too." He dropped that. Oh, he closed with "Energy Drink," bro. "Energy Drink" has to be one of the best melodies I've ever heard live. That bro, that broke me, bro. "Energy Drink" live, like, dude, I was just ascending. Like, even though I was kind of dealing with like a stressful situation on the side because like my friend was just not having a good time and like she wanted to get out of the venue and I was like, do not leave the venue. There's a no reentry policy. We had to like explain to her like she was just not feeling it. But yeah, even regards like disregarding all of that extra context. 10 out of 10 set. Like I've thought about it. I've mellowed over it. I've absolutely like yeah, the best dubstep artist I've seen live. I think Crank That was more of a dubstep centric set because like Crank That didn't really pull out that much melodic stuff. Like he definitely put more of like his own remixes into it. I think one thing that I will say about Virtual Riot is that he did like Serum 2 remix of First of the Year by Skrillex and like Kyoto. Those go so hard. People should do that more. Why aren't people doing this? Like no one else. I've never really seen someone do like someone actually play remakes of something live. Oh, it goes dummy, dude. Absolutely crazy. I also saw Hades open for him. Hades, she was solid. She was solid. Honestly, kind of surprised me. I'd probably put her above. I'd probably put her above Control Freak. Definitely surprised me. Definitely surprised me. Must Die this year that I saw last month. Yeah, actually, I'll go through Cheap Thrill and Jikwi. Cheap Thrill, I wasn't really, I was not really impressed by Cheap Thrill set, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Probably a D. Just like very forgettable rhythm. Like maybe he's a great producer, but like I just found very little in his set that I found to be great. Same with Jikwi to an extent, though I do feel like Jikwi, I don't know, he at least had like a little bit of variety in his set. I'd probably put him above Gunpoint. I'd probably put him above Gunpoint. I definitely think he played a better rhythm set than Gunpoint, but like it's still like very, I don't know. Like maybe I'm just desensitized to like most rhythm sets. Like you need to be like an insane DJ to make me like go like think a rhythm set is gonna be like a 9 plus or something like that. Like I feel like must die. This was a 3 hour set. I want to like add that this is a 3 hour set. Um, yeah. Where do I put this? This is difficult to place. I think I was more impressed by the April 2023 set. I think we're gonna sandwich Space Laces between the two must dies. That's what we're gonna do with Space Laces. We're gonna make a hive mind sandwich, a hive mind sandwich minus the queso. We're pretend queso is the mayo here, and must die is the bun, and we got Space Laces as the hot dog. But yeah, this was a 3 hour set. It was still amazing. Like he definitely played a lot of variety in 3 hours. Like, but like I don't think he necessarily improved I don't think he necessarily improved his set, especially considering it's 3 hours. Like I think like everything he did everything that like he did in the 3 hour set in the 1 hour set just as good. Like that's why I would say the 1 hour set was just more impressive to me. But yeah, really, really good, really, really good set. Um, okay, we got Paul Van Dyke. Let's do it. Paul Van Dyke, dude. One of the rare times I've actually seen like a genuine trance DJ live. Oh my god, bro, this is gonna go like I didn't cry. It's not quite as good as Millennium. I didn't cry, but like, dude, so good, bro, so good. Like especially considering that I barely knew his discography going into the set. So good, bro. Like I seriously do need to see more trance live because that's a failure on my part, especially as someone who considers myself a trance fan. Like I just haven't seen like I think like the times when like a lot of these trance DJs have come through, I've been broke. So it just hasn't aligned that I've seen a lot of trance shows. Um, yeah, Paul Van Dyke, genuinely amazing. Like tech trance might be a really, really underrated genre for seeing live. Like tech trance goes super hard live. I think. Like I think another thing about this venue is that like there was lots of dancing space. Like it was so much fun. This show was so much fun. Like the openers were really good too. It's a shame that they aren't artists, or I would be forced to put them on this tier list were they artists, but none of them were artists. All of them played really good sets though. And the last show that we have here is Lil Texas and Yosef. Lil Texas. Mm, I think I'll put Yosef first. I think Yosef is C. Yosef's a C. Honestly, like Yosef was solid. Like it was pretty much the same thing as like the other people sets. Um, yeah. Lil Texas probably bottom of B. Like I think now listening to some unicorns on ketamine, maybe even C tier considering I like up tempo hardcore. Like I have to like stress that like it's something I enjoy. It's just like I just felt like half the drops here was just very flat here. Like there wasn't the consistency that like you get in like a Nimda set, like especially for yeah. Like I was a little bit disappointed by Battle of Texas. Now someone that I will see, especially someone that I will see again if you're in the Michigan area, was someone that opened for Low Texas. That's not on this tier list because he's not an artist, but that's Cade. Cade, dude, Cade played like a 9.5 out of 10 set. Cade, this guy, he's a rhythm DJ, but somehow managed to pull off like a really, really, really strong hardstyle set. Like that guy would be a solid A if he were here. He's just not here because he's not an artist. I think he has like a zero. He literally has zero monthly listeners. So it was hard to find images of him. Like he basically just started out. But yeah, that would be like my full tier list of like what I've seen. As for who is the most accessible, I think like there's multiple points here. Like what's the most accessible? Like for base, for like anything that you're seeing like base oriented, I would say Crank That. Like if it's your first base show, go see Crank That. If it's like your first maybe experience with EDM in general, go see Swedish House Mafia. Go see Nina Jirachi. I think Nina is another really good, I think, entry level because like she has a little bit more pop DNA. Um, my personal favorite is Porter. My personal favorite is Porter. Least accessible. Do not take your friends to this if like they don't love this artist or love this genre. Is Joseph and Little Texas? Like, I was right next to my friend for Little Texas, and like they were not having it, bro. Like they walked out like 30 minutes before the end of the show, and like and like to go get something to eat because like they were just like they said like they had a headache and like they had to drive back home. And like I was like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry for dragging you here to be tortured. That was a crazy experience. What do I think Barely Alive will get? I think I'll be disappointed if Barely Alive isn't a solid A. I'll definitely be disappointed if Barely Alive isn't a solid A. Um, I think after Barely Alive, I'm seeing Audion. Audie and I expect to be yes. Audie and I expect to be yes. Audie and I expect to be yes. I think the next show I'm seeing is Grabbits, and then I'm probably gonna go see Gabriel in Dresden and Aaron Hibel. I'm not sure in which order. I forget in which order, but either Aaron Hibel or Gabriel in Dresden. One of those two I'm probably seeing in June. I don't know if I have the money to do because like there's a Peekaboo back to back Linny set that's happening near me soon with Sizzy and Born. That could get interesting. My friend is going there for his birthday, but I think other people are driving him and like they've already bought tickets and everything. And like I hadn't really put that on my radar until like I had already bought like a bunch of stuff and like kind of like you know I just don't have like a huge amount of money. Um yeah I'm expecting A for Barely Alive. Um yeah, definitely. I'm considering North Coast this year. I probably don't have the budget for it, but it looks like a really sick lineup. So like, I'm really considering it. I'm really considering it. I'm I, I'm I'm deeply contemplating it. You could say. Yeah, but that is my tier list of pretty much every show I've been to. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Oopsies. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.